Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. The saga of Chrisean JR and Blueface is far from over, as both are facing significant prison time: 8 years for Chrisean JR and 4 years for Blueface. Rumor has it that Jaden is expected to look after Lil Junior until both Chrisean JR and Blueface are released. Currently, Junior is under the care of Chrisean JR's friend, Bog, but there are growing concerns about how long Bog can manage these responsibilities. The unexpected development of Jaden stepping in is shocking, especially considering her and Chrisean JR's past. However, it seems that the situation is evolving in ways nobody anticipated. When news first broke about Chrisean JR potentially facing prison time years ago, many people were skeptical. Yet it has been confirmed, and it appears she's unlikely to escape this fate. To add to the dismal news, Blueface is also facing 4 years behind bars, which means Junior will be without both parents for a substantial period. This situation is truly heartbreaking and a mess of epic proportions. Let's dive into the details. As many of you know, Chrisean JR was arrested during Blueface's trial a few months ago, and she's been languishing in jail ever since. According to TMZ, 5 LAPD officers were already waiting for her when she arrived, suggesting that her arrest might have been planned. Once inside, 2 female officers searched Chrisean JR thoroughly, and her child was taken away by officials. The specifics of what happened to the baby afterward remain unclear. Chrisean JR was detained due to an outstanding arrest warrant related to charges from a previous incident in Oklahoma. She was supposed to face sentencing there but fled before her trial, hoping that the issue would resolve itself. In a recent statement, Chrisean JR expressed her regrets about not turning herself in sooner and described her ongoing efforts to manage her legal issues. She lamented the fact that she didn't anticipate being separated from her child and had hoped to avoid imprisonment. Unfortunately, her situation has worsened. Initial expectations were that she might serve only a few months before being released, but new court records reveal that she faces multiple charges. These include failure to affix a tax stamp on controlled substances and possession with intent to distribute, each carrying up to a 4-year sentence. If found guilty, Chrisean JR could be imprisoned for 8 years. Alongside this, a new mugshot of Chrisean JR has surfaced, showing her in less than ideal condition. Public concern has shifted towards Junior, as both of his parents are now incarcerated. There was a glimmer of hope that Blueface might only serve a short term, as he had already spent a significant amount of time behind bars. However, recent court updates indicate that Blueface is now facing 4 years in prison instead of the initial 6 months. The situation continues to deteriorate. Back in October 2022, Blueface found himself in serious legal trouble when he was accused of targeting and assaulting a vulnerable man outside a Las Vegas strip club. The altercation reportedly occurred after the man made jokes about Blueface's car. Blueface later pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 3 years of probation, along with a hefty $13 million in damages. However, he failed to pay the damages and violated probation rules shortly after when he and his team allegedly attacked a bouncer at a Hollywood club. According to witnesses, Blueface was denied entry into the club because he didn't have an ID. In an attempt to prove his identity, he showed a Google image of himself, but the bouncer refused entry without proper identification. Blueface and his associates reportedly attacked the bouncer, who was later treated at a nearby hospital for injuries. A battery report was filed, and a warrant was issued for Blueface's arrest. He eventually turned himself in, but the judge was not lenient.
Blueface was sentenced to 4 years in prison during his 2022 sentencing hearing. Since he was already on parole, he was required to serve the 4-year term. Blueface's parents tried to portray him as a victim of the legal system. His father went live on Instagram, visibly emotional about the sentence, while his mother, Chrisean, also took to social media to solicit sympathy. Chrisean thanked everyone for their support and expressed her faith that things would improve. Despite their efforts to gain public sympathy, the reality remains harsh. The primary concern for many is the welfare of Junior. With both parents imprisoned, there is an urgent need for someone to step in and take responsibility for the child's care. Some people feel immense sympathy for Junior, expressing sadness that both parents are behind bars and voicing concern over the child's future. Others suggest that Jaden should take over as Junior's guardian, given her experience as a mother. Currently, Junior is under the care of Bog, but this arrangement is likely temporary. Jaden has addressed the situation publicly, expressing frustration over the scrutiny and criticism she's received. She highlighted the difficulties of her situation and defended her decision to potentially care for Junior, emphasizing that someone needs to step up. Jaden has been vocal about the challenges of managing such responsibilities while dealing with her own struggles. In the midst of this turmoil, opinions are divided. Some believe that it's time for Jaden to step in and care for Junior, while others argue that Chrisean JR's family is not capable of providing adequate care. There are mixed feelings about whether Jaden should indeed take on this responsibility or if someone else should be considered.
Chrisean JR's arrest and the subsequent revelation of the charges she faces paint a grim picture of her future. The charges, including failure to affix a tax stamp and possession with intent to distribute, suggest a complex legal web that she is entangled in. The potential 8-year sentence is a harsh consequence, especially given her role as a mother. The severity of these charges and the length of the sentence indicate that her return to normalcy and the possibility of reuniting with her child will be a distant prospect. On the other hand, Blueface's situation has also taken a turn for the worse. The initial expectation that his incarceration might be brief has been replaced by the reality of a 4-year prison term. The severity of his sentence reflects his repeated legal troubles and probation violations. The incident involving the bouncer, which led to his recent imprisonment, is a stark reminder of how quickly circumstances can spiral out of control. The public reaction to this unfolding saga has been a mix of sympathy and criticism. Many people are genuinely concerned about Junior's future and the impact of his parents' absence on his well-being. The notion that Jaden, given her experience and maternal instincts, might step in to care for Junior has sparked a range of opinions. Some believe that Jaden is indeed the most suitable person to take on this responsibility, considering the current situation and the available options. Her vocal response to the scrutiny she's faced highlights the emotional and practical challenges of such a decision. Jaden's frustration with the criticism directed at her and her defense of her potential role in Junior's life reveal the personal toll this situation has taken. Her comments underscore the complexity of managing family responsibilities amid personal struggles and public scrutiny. The expectation that she should seamlessly step into a caregiving role while dealing with her own challenges is a heavy burden. As this situation continues to develop, the focus remains on finding the best solution for Junior. The need for a stable and supportive environment for him is paramount, and the discussions about who is best suited to provide that care are ongoing. Whether Jaden will ultimately take on this role or if another arrangement will be made, the priority is ensuring that Junior's needs are met during this challenging time. The broader implications of this situation also touch on issues of justice and support for families affected by legal troubles. The case of Chrisean JR and Blueface serves as a poignant example of how legal issues can impact not only those directly involved, but also their families and loved ones. The concern for Junior's future and the need for compassionate solutions highlight the complexities of navigating such difficult circumstances. In conclusion, the saga of Chrisean JR and Blueface underscores the harsh realities of their legal battles and the profound impact on their family. The uncertainty surrounding Junior's care and the public's mixed reactions reflect broader concerns about justice, responsibility, and support. As the story continues to unfold, the hope is that a resolution will be found that prioritizes Junior's well-being and provides him with the stability and care he needs. During this tumultuous period, the situation remains fluid, with ongoing developments and shifting dynamics. For now, the key concern remains the well-being of Junior and how the adults in his life will navigate these complex challenges. What are your thoughts on Chrisean JR and Blueface's legal troubles, and do you think Jaden will indeed step up to care for Junior? Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments below.